Hey folks, I'm here in beautiful Loveland, Colorado at Hahn Reindeer Farm with my friend Peter Hahn. How can folks meet reindeer like Tseavi here?
We're open up at Christmas in July, where people can come and visit the farm or do a little tour. You get to meet, we meet her. We see our bulls and their velvet, their massive antlers. You can feed the reindeer. Get a chance to get a good photo and meet Sven, our calf, as well. But if you go to HahnReindeerFarm.com, you're able to book there. It is by appointment only. But if you book your appointment there, you can come and interact with these beautiful animals.
Really worth your time if you're in Colorado, Wyoming, anywhere in this area. And then also, you're open for like Christmas card pictures. We did a really memorable one in 2024. Well, I'm going to launch into a linguistics lesson that's going to really interest you here, Tseavi. So you may notice her name comes from Norden, but not from a Scandinavian language related to, say, Old Norse, Norwegian, or Swedish, right? Because there is another group of languages spoken on the Scandinavian peninsula, the Uralic languages, and specifically Sami languages, which represent a completely different language family from the Indo-European language family that gives us languages like Norwegian, Swedish, and elsewhere English. So her name, Tseavi, actually is a word for snow that will bear the weight of a person or a reindeer. Like many languages spoken in the far north, Sami languages have lots of words for snow. The typical word is muohta, but you do have lots of different words for different, like textures and such of snow. Now, what I think is really, really especially interesting is the Sami word for reindeer. And here I'm using Northern Sami to stand in for all the Sami languages. There's actually multiple different dialects that are not necessarily all mutually intelligible. The base word for a tame reindeer is boatsu. And that actually is from, should I let her go?
Oh, she's calling for her sister.
Oh, okay.
but yeah, we can move her. Hey, sweetheart.
But what that is actually from is an Indo-European word ultimately. So there is a very ancient word in Indo-European, peku, that you can see in Latin pecu, money, right, like impecunious or pecuniary. It's also sort of hidden in Greek cyclops, which is originally Pesuklops, the stealer of cattle. Peku is money or cattle. And that short E mutates into an A in Proto-Indo-Iranian, producing Proto-Indo-Iranian pachu, which would be ancestral to, for example, Sanskrit pasu, and in fact, Pashto in Afghanistan, pasa, which means sheep specifically. And you might say, well, how is it that Sami languages in far northern Scandinavia have a word for reindeer that's borrowed from a word ancestral to words for like sheep and cattle and money in Latin and in Sanskrit and in Pashto? Well, the fact is that languages have not always been where they are today, and the distant ancestors of the Sami and Finnic languages were located somewhere close to the distant ancestors of the Indic and Iranian languages, probably in far western Siberia. And there's a fair amount, actually, of influence that passed one direction or the other. In fact, the Finnish word for slave is derived from the Indo-Iranian word that people had for themselves, right? That Arya word becomes Finnish Orja, which is slave. So their word for cattle passes into Finnic and Sami as the word for domesticated reindeer, boatsu in Sami and poro in Finnish. But of course they have their own other word for wild reindeer. So in Sami, for example, the wild reindeer is godi, right? Which is related ultimately to Finnish kunta, which means like nation, right? Or association. How exactly those words are linked up is a little hard to see. They may be from, they may actually represent a borrowing from a Germanic word, either the word that gives us hundred or the word that gives us kin, so that originally the godi, the wild reindeer, is the one you hunt with 100 or with many men, or it's the one that you hunt with your kin, something like that. But I think that it's just really fascinating how the words for these animals show us the way that languages have interacted in the deep past, which is so different from what we would expect. The fact that English has more cognates with a language like Pashto or Sanskrit, and yet you can find those borrowings
Buddy.
from what's ancestral to Pashto or Sanskrit way, way up north, and the completely different language family that gives us Sami and Finnish. What do you think?
It's incredible. It's yeah,
Is that
fascinating insight there. Yeah.
is that a decent amount of linguistics rambling? It's a fun excuse to hang out with some reindeer. Well, come visit Han Reindeer Farm for Christmas in July, or probably around November. For,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
What do you think I've got?
He likes to search for treats and pockets.
Wish I had one for you.
You'll get a chance to meet Sven as well here.
What kind of? Yeah, this is Sven, named for a major Hollywood film that I had something to do with. What kind of treats does Sven like?
He loves raisins. That's the.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's the insider tip for. Some people set out treats for Santa's reindeer, and that's the insider tip is raisins. They all seem to love them. He's already got a sweet spot for him.
And you'd be amazed if you've never touched a reindeer how soft these little guys are. This is super. All right, well that was tons of fun. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
And from Han Reindeer Farm, beautiful Loveland, Colorado, wishing you all the best.